Hello and welcome to the Gaia update for the total solar eclipse that's happening August 21st, 2017. I'm Adrienne Elise. Well, you can feel the powerful energy leading up to this total solar eclipse, the first one in a long time that's been visible from the United States. And the eclipses happen when the sun and the moon are lined up with the nodes of the moon, and that makes the earth and the sun and the moon all into a line, creating this eclipse. Eclipses are about what needs to be revealed. They are about stepping into the future. The north node is our future karma, meaning where we're heading and how we're getting there. With the north node in Leo, it's about coming to face the truth of our unexpressed gifts. All of us are walking around on the planet with a ton of potential, and yet very few of us are expressing this potential. This is indicative of a society that is entrenched in conditioned world, belief systems from our ancestors, from our societal and family conditioning, past life conditioning, that have kept us playing small and not coming into our true potential. The thing though about our gifts and the sun that is us, our cosmic connection to the divine and our desire to express that in our own unique way, is that gifts are meant to be shared. And so this is a huge turning point for humanity as we move into the future paradigm where we are coming in to the truth of true abundance, the truth of our essential self. So we have been bought into a belief system that says that there's some sort of authority out there, this conditioning, the rules, the laws of this world that says whether or not we're worthy to receive. But now we're coming to see that the sun, with all this Leo energy, Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun shines equally upon all of us. There is no force out there besides ourselves that's keeping us from our potential. So when we're faced with this option to step onto our true path, to start expressing the deep inner gifts and experiences that we've gathered over many lifetimes that we came here to share on planet Earth, we can often come across some grief, some regret of not living our life the way we maybe thought we should have, and coming up against all of these obstacles. The thing about the obstacles in our life, the conditioning, maybe what we feel like we didn't get from our parents, from society, support to be who we really are, that's all there as a paradigm to work against. And we've been kind of living in this delusion that someday we'll just be able, this will be removed for us to move forward. But the thing is that this paradigm of limitation is there for us to overcome. So now we're having a huge universal push and a whole bunch of energy to overcome all the limitations, all the belief systems that have kept us playing small, kept us from sharing and expressing our deepest inner gifts that we came here to express. Now, when we are at that crossroads of stepping onto the most optimal timeline, of living the life we've dreamed of, it is essential that we review the past and see where this conditioning has held us back. And this is bringing up a lot of energy of grief and regret for people. This has a lot to do with the fact that Mercury is retrograde. So eclipses are about revealing, bringing things to light, seeing things in a new way. The light of the sun is being hidden from us, and then it returns, and so that we can have a new perspective. And indeed, we're having a lot of energy for that with this Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde and a total solar eclipse at the same time is some powerful energy about reviewing, rewriting, reimagining, and visioning a new way forward, but letting go of the past. So just before Mercury turns retrograde, it comes very close to an opposition with Neptune Neptune. And it doesn't go back and come up with Neptune again until later in September. And so we're in this time of examining the information, the truths that we need, the revealing, the great revealing in our life around our dreams and our delusions. So we've all been a part of this master delusion that there's some authority out there, some God, some force that says whether we get to be who we are or not. And also, we have our dreams. Our dreams, Neptune represents our dreams, our visions, our imaginations, our fantasies. And so coming to terms with what part of what we have dreamed of that we'd like to bring into reality, what part we've been comfortable keeping as fantasy. So Mercury retrograde is really having us face all of this process of grief, of cleaning house, of finding what's under the rug, and coming out of the victim stance that there's things working against you in life, which there are, but that's in order for you to overcome them. This is saying that this is finding that power within your Leo sun and deciding to shine in this world regardless of whether you have the fundamental support of your family or society or the people around you. It just no longer matters. This bottled up potential on planet Earth needs to be expressed. This is the healing and the light and the true abundance of this world. And so the Leo archetype in all of us is getting activated, and it's time for us to be the authority in our life, be the leader, be the charismatic force of the sun in this world. And so there is no more excuses. And so all of those paradigms of blockages, excuses, fears, and reasons outside of ourselves why we haven't been expressing our true brilliance is falling away. And that can feel a little disconcerting. There can be some grief. There can be a lot of confusion. So in this confusion, though, Mercury is our everyday awareness. How are we understanding the situation at hand? In Virgo, it's about let's clean this up. Let's get real about what really matters. Let's reevaluate our value system as far as what we're here to do and express in this world, in our work and our career, and our true expression of what we want to bring forward. So Virgo is in Mercury retrograde in Virgo is saying, wait a minute. You want to leap forward onto this new path. You want to get onto this timeline, but you need to reconcile all that has kept you from this true potential and reconcile the grief and the energy around the programming that has kept you small, your attachment to that programming. And when this falls away, this feels like a death process, but it's a good death. It's a death of your ego. It's a death of the lower ego, the part of yourself that has been insecure, waiting for the people around you to give you permission to shine. And I'm telling you, that's not going to happen. The beauty of Leo is that they shine regardless, just like the sun. The cloud might cover the sun, but the sun is consistently going to shine for us every day on all of us equally, all over the world. And so this is the energy of the Leo gifts within all of us, what we came here to shine. And the fact that we might not feel completely supported in shining doesn't stop the fact that we came here to shine. And so all of those stories of limitation keeping you from really being who you want to be and living the life you want to live are falling away. And guess what? That means it's time to get to work and to the business of being who you are. But we're pretty confused right now as we go through this eclipse energy. And so don't expect to have a lot of clarity about the path forward until Mercury comes out of retrograde on September 5th, and then throughout September as these forces and energies harmonize and we figure out what this eclipse, this big leap in consciousness, is all about for each of us individually. So when right before this eclipse, the sun and the moon come up with nodes, of course, to make the eclipse, and they also make a triangle energy with Uranus and a triangle energy with Saturn. And so this is really potent because Uranus is the awakener. It's the information coming through. It's the revolutionary part of ourselves that wants to leap into this future. And And Saturn is the limitation planet. So this harmonizing, all year 2017, we've had this harmonizing force as Saturn and Uranus have come in and out of this triangle. They're not close in a triangle right now, but this is being very triggered by the Sun and the Moon, and Mars isn't far behind. And so the Sun and the Moon and Mars are all forming these harmonious triangles. This is about a harmonized path into our awakened self, into our true potential, into living our dreams, and letting everything fall away that's not in service to that. So this has also helped along in a part of the powerful energies we're feeling right now, is that over this week of the eclipse, Venus is in Cancer, triggering this Pluto-Uranus square, this generational change, this breakdown of the structures of our life. And Venus, with that powerful Venus retrograde this year, we had an opportunity to rewrite our inner script, what really matters to us, our true values. Now is the time that our life is rearranging to express in 3D reality these true values. And the thing about value is, what we're finding is we have been conditioned in this world to value our material resources and value the things that we can see, touch, and feel. And the evolution of humanity right now is challenging us on this, and challenging us in our self-worth, and challenging us to come forward and be the lights that we are, instead of waiting around for this world to tell us that we're okay, that we're good enough to shine. So this Venus triggering this Pluto-Uranus square is really speaking to the structures of conditioning that are ready to be released from our life, from everything in our life in this 3D reality that's no longer serving our true abundance. What really matters in this world is the light and the gifts we have to give. And so to wait around and have some outside force tell us whether or not it's okay to bring forward our light is where the big delusion lies in this paradigm. And so we're finding that, wait a minute, the sun shines equally. Wait a minute, we all by birthright have access to this source energy. In fact, we are source energy. We've been begging for God's love and then finding out, wait, we are God's love. And so these gifts of God's love within us, these potential cosmic, beautiful expressions, are latent and heavy and turning into depression and cancer and disease. And so it's time now to break these chains. And so Venus is saying, get real with what really nurtures you in this world. And you might have thought that it was the stacking up of resources, doing it the way everybody else says to do it, and following the conditions and framework of the society. But this North Node in Leo and South Node in Aquarius is saying, no, it's really about coming to terms with your true gifts. What you bring into this world is actually your abundance. And the thing is that when you're truly expressing your deepest inner gifts, material abundance follows. That is the law of the universe. And so we have been stuck in this poverty consciousness. Well, feeling like there's not enough love. We have to go out there and compete for what we need in this world. We have to go steal it from other people. We have to go beg for it. We have to manipulate it. And here we are sitting on a massive, abundant creation energy, universal force available to us in our very own body in a unique set of gifts that nobody else can express just the way we express. And so it's time for us to stop asking for permission and release everywhere where we've given away our power and agreed to play small in order to survive, and bring forward this gifts that are inside our body causing disease, rotting in the compost pile, and bring them out into expression into this world. Now, this is the new phase we're moving into. The new timeline that we are adjusting into is a timeline where we are supported and held and encouraged through the energy of the universe, the flow of the universe, to bring forward the truth of who we really are. So I hope you can join me for the live activation. This is going to happen on Saturday the 19th. If you can't make the live activation, go ahead and sign up for instant access to the replay. Tap in. This is a guided meditation to help you tap in to the powerful energies available on this total solar eclipse. You are having an opportunity to be pulled into the life of your dreams and start really living. It's what the world, the universe is asking of us. And we are being muddled down with the programming and the old stories of past lives over and over, being traumatized around expression of our gifts. So we've associated who we are in the most beautiful expression of humanity with trauma. And this trauma is like a skipping record going over and over and over again. Just push the button and humanity will stay small, and humanity will stay disempowered, and humanity will stay in the delusion that they're not source energy, that they're somehow beholden to some force of authority outside of themselves. It's time to break the chains. But understanding in this bigger picture, the grief of the chains we've allowed is because we needed something to overcome. So this live activation, we're going to be tapping into this true essential self and receiving healing and resetting our whole vibrational field to be able to allow this shift to happen and allow our lives to readjust to our new value system that is giving ourselves self-worth, giving our gifts self-worth, and finding that Leo confidence inside of us to be able to let our freak flag fly, be who we really are, and express and feel the good feeling of expressing the truth of what we came to do on this planet, and releasing the heavy burden of these gifts that have been hoarded away. And so I hope you can join me for that live activation. Tune in to this energy of the eclipse. It is powerful. And by paying attention, you can have a beautiful and dynamic fall. This Uranus and Saturn energy is about information, and Mercury retrograde is information unexpected coming in and clarifying the truth, helping you drop the delusions, and helping you value yourself in a way that you have been asking this world to value you and give you permission to be who you really are, when really you already are. You already were. And you never were disconnected or separated from Source. So we'll see you on the activation, and stay tuned for higher energy vibrations on planet Earth. Be ready to let go of all that holds you down from the past and leap in to a new expression of humanity on planet Earth, as these Leo archetypes are getting activated and our powerful, empathic, and compassionate leaders are coming forward as we all gain permission to shine. So thank you so much for being here and being you. I look forward to working with you in the future. Until next time, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.